Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how I make chicken casserole. This is actually my mom's recipe. I changed it up just a little bit because I'm making it in a smaller pan. But what I'm going to start with is I have a box of stovetop stuffing, the chicken kind, and I've mixed in 1.5 cups of chicken broth and just let it sit in this bowl here. I mixed it up and let it sit. I didn't heat it like the instructions on the box say because I'm going to pour it into my casserole dish and cook it that way. So this has been sitting long enough to get nice and soft, and it's soaked up all that moisture. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in some of this in the bottom of my pan, probably about half. Spread that out. This is just a 9x9 square baking dish. You can absolutely double this for a 9x13, and that's how my mom would usually make it. Alright, so now we have that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, this is a mixture of 1/2 cup of chopped celery and 1/2 cup of chopped onions and 1/2 stick of butter. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to put half of it on here. And I did cook this in the microwave long enough to melt the butter and slightly cook those vegetables to soften them just a little bit. Spread that out. Alright. Now I have 3 cups of rotisserie chicken. And I'm going to put half of that here. You notice everything is a half. Nice and simple. You can put less chicken if you'd like. We prefer a protein heavy meal, so mine has a lot of chicken in it. Next thing I'm going to do is add half of the can of cream of chicken soup. And you can make your own cream of chicken soup if you'd like, but this is the way my mom does it, so this is what I'm used to. When she does this in a 9x13 casserole dish, she uses 1 can of cream of chicken and 1 can of cream of celery. So that's a little change if you want to make it that way. But I find adding the chopped celery is plenty for me. Alright. And by adding that cream of chicken layer right onto your chicken layer, it helps keep your chicken from drying out when you put it in the oven. So the next thing we're going to do is add some more of our chopped onions. Get all of that in there. Alright. Then I'm going to go ahead and do a chicken layer. I'm not going to do a stuffing layer. I'm going to save that for the top. Alright. Spread out all of our chicken. And you can see, like I said, it's quite a bit of chicken, but we like it that way. And then the rest of our cream of chicken soup. And I will say a spatula works really well to get cream of chicken soup or any of your soups out of a jar. A can, I guess you would call it. Alright, that's that done. Now we're going to spread this out. That nice protective layer for that chicken. Okay. All right, now we'll go ahead and put on the rest of our stuffing mix. Okay. And then we'll smooth this out. Now you don't want to press this down when you're smoothing it out because you want it to stay crumbly. You want those little bits sticking up so that they'll get crispy. If you press it down, it's just going to be flat like a cake or a piece of bread. But I like those little crispy bits. So now this is going to go in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. I'm not going to cover it. And then we'll be ready for dinner.